Hey folks, today I just want to talk a little bit about what we do when someone has a go at us, attacks us, gives us a hard time, um, especially for those of us who are Christians, and who are given a hard time by other Christians. We have a natural response to want to get back at them and deal with people the way they're dealing with us. If someone says something harsh, we say something back. If someone attacks us or criticizes us, the natural thing to do, it seems to be want to go back at them and say, well, you're not so hot. Look at this in your life and look at these things that you've done. We generally call this, revenge or like tit for tat. And and Jesus says we're not meant to do that. So for Christians, we believe that we're not to get back at people, to take revenge on people. And I don't want to talk too much about the reasons why it's bad for us, because obviously it has an effect on you when you're angry and you're vengeful towards people. It does have a bad effect on you. And I also don't want to talk too much about how when we take revenge, it just perpetuates a cycle. They did something bad to us, so we do something to them, so they do something back, so we do, and it rolls on and on. But those things are true. Those are facts of vengeance. What I really want to focus on today is a more gracious perspective. That when people are harsh towards us, critical to us, unkind to us, often it says more about what's going on in them than about how they feel about us. Often, hurt people hurt people. And one of the reasons that Christians aren't meant to take revenge is because something it says in the Bible. It says in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 30, God said, "It is mine to avenge, I will repay." And then again, the Lord will judge his people. It is a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. And there are two aspects to this that I'm just going to share really quickly. Firstly, God wants to deal with people who step out of line. He's the one who knows what true justice looks like. And I love the idea that if justice needs to be done to someone, I can trust that God is going to do it, just as he will also do justice to me for where I act unjustly and I face consequences for my actions. But the second thing is that God repays perfectly. And God, when he looks at someone and why they've hurt us and why they've done something to us, he's got a perfect perspective. So I might think that person's been rude to me. That's because they're evil, a horrible scumbag. So I'm going to just come back and get back at them. But God has a bigger perspective. God can look at someone and say, they've hurt you because terrible things happened in their past. They've been rude and disrespectful to you because they're carrying pain that they've never gotten over. And so I just want to challenge you with what Jesus says today. Jesus said, don't pay back your enemies for what they do to you, but pray for them. And I think the verse I've just shared with you is the reason why. That when people hurt people, it's because they are hurt people. And it's an amazing thing. It's a world-changing, it's a transformative thing for us to realise that until we understand that only hurt people because they're hurt people, we're just going to keep perpetuating that cycle of hurting more people. I want to be a solution. I don't want to be a problem. And so my prayer today is that me and you will have a more godly perspective the next time someone is unkind or rude or brutal to us. We don't let them get away from it, but we also don't get vengeful and try and take justice into our own hands. God be with you. I hope that you have an amazing day.